Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Spiritual Astrology. So, today I figured, considering I found out I could, I'm going to do a video on how to read a birth chart. I use this website, a lot of people don't. Actually, no one I know does. I use it because it's simple, and people are like, oh, don't use that, and I ask why, and then they tell me, because that's not what people told me to use. Well, guess what? I have an Aquarius rising. This website, I don't use all the time. I don't have an account on this website. I do have applications that I use to check birth charts. I use other websites, especially when I'm doing synastry, because I'm a synastry astrologer, and that, it's a specialty of mine. But this website is so good when you quickly just want to look up someone's birth chart. So you just you go to alabe.com, click on free birth chart. Today I'm going to enter in my birthday because I don't give a crap about sharing my information because there's no reason to give a crap. But that's just my opinion. So 9:30 a.m. I was born in Moncton. I don't know if anyone can steal my information or put voodoo curses on me. No clue. It's just about not believing in that, basically. Mind over matter. So yeah. So I enter my information. This is the sky, okay? A lot of people look at this, they don't understand what it means. When I ask for someone's birth chart, I want to see the chart that looks like this. It's a circle, right? The top half of the circle, starting at that line, see that line right there with Aquarius, begins right there? And then going all the way over here, that line in Leo. So that's that orange-red symbol there that is like a circle with another circle is Leo. Over here, those two wavy gray lines, that's Aquarius. That's my rising sign. So these are the houses. The first thing you want to look at when you look at a birth chart, if you have the correct birth time, is the first house right here. That whole section where my head is right now, that's the first house. So the first house is your basic personality. This right here, the sign that's showing with that line on the left side of the chart, see that darkened line right here that I'm over right now, that's just over my head? That is your ascendant. There's a fly around this room and it's really annoying me. So that's how you appear to others, and it's also how you express yourself. It's funny, I have greenish blue hair, Aquarius rising, you know. I don't really pay a lot of attention to my appearance. I don't like spending a lot of time in the mirror. Although my South Node is in Leo. So when I was a young kid, I would actually sit in front of the mirror, wet my hair, and brush my hair. But now as I get older, I actually get frustrated with people that spend a lot of time on their appearance when you don't need to. I understand, I'm a painter, because Pisces falls in my first house, and I have Sagittarius midheaven. So see those four thick lines coming up from the center? This one over here is your rising. This one over here is your falling, your descendant sign, which is in Leo, the opposite of my rising sign. Up here is my midheaven, which is in, see that red-orange arrow? That is the Sagittarius symbol that is under me right now. And then down here is my IC, which rules over, starts my fourth house, which is in Gemini. Actually, because this is one of the house systems that is uneven, you see that my first house, which I'm in right now, my head, is bigger, and my seventh house is big too. But then look down here, my third house. My third and my ninth house, are pretty small. 1, 2, 3. And my fourth house is really small. My fifth house is pretty small. Overall, my first and seventh house are big, but there's no planets in them. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, now that we've got houses down pat, the houses, there's 12 of them. There's 6 underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those areas with certain things. Down here I have the moon. Well, that's obvious because it looks like a crescent in the end of the 4th house, but it's starting at the beginning of the 5th house. When something's that close to a cusp, it's very much in the next house. So my moon is on the cusp of my 5th house. I need to enjoy my life because it's in Gemini. It's also an addiction too. So it's opposite my Mars in the 10th. The 5th house is enjoyment, so it's like your leisurely time, especially at home. So I spend a lot of time at home doing leisurely things. But then I have a lot of opposition up there, so then I feel pressured up here, which is your career and your public life, to do things, except for my 12th house, which is the only house in the top sector that is less about your public life. It's the same with the opposite. So your 12th house is right before, it's just over the horizon. So everything down here, when you were born, is below the surface. You can't see these planets. When I was born, you couldn't see the moon because it was below the horizon. But the sun was entering, or actually just at the cusp of the 12th house. The 12th house is the only house in the top sector, okay, that is less to do with public life. And just like the opposite house over here, the 6th house, is the only house in the bottom sector that is less to do with your personal life. This is when the 6th and the 12th are the two houses, and you can see my sun in there. See that circle with the dot that says 19 next to it? That's the sun, which is in Capricorn. That green, weird-shaped symbol is Capricorn. It's always different. Capricorn symbol is always different. They say the Capricorn symbol is the signature of God. And they say that the actual symbol we can't actually draw because it would destroy all of reality as it is. So yeah, Capricorn rules over that. So there's so much to the birth chart, but inside all these houses there's symbols. Those are all the planets, okay? That's why to an astrologer who knows how to look at a birth chart, it's easier to look at the chart. I look at this and I know everything about me, okay? See the sun right there, 19 next to it? I was born when the sun was in 19 degrees Capricorn. And because I'm a Capricorn, I'm going to be technical with you right now. Technically, these are not the constellations. These are specific sectors in the sky that are invisible that the planets go through, called the ecliptic. So all around here, these are all the 12 signs, that's the ecliptic. So the planets that are in here, see those little symbols? Do you see the female symbol? It's green, and it looks like the symbol that you look like when you go in a girl's washroom. That's Venus. Up here, the symbol that's red, and it looks like the symbol that when you go into a guy's washroom, the male symbol, that's Mars. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That's not exactly true. Everyone has a Mars sign, everyone has a Venus sign. If you're a male, they say you're likely more attached and expressive of your Mars sign. Mine's in the 10th house. I have Mars in the 10th, which means I have problems with authority. Which is weird because, I'm not a rebel. Look, I have see that gray, over here? The gray symbol with it's like a cross with the crescent underneath? That's Saturn. It's conjunct my Mercury. See, it's 16, 17, 19. See that? See those numbers all along here? 6, 12, 16, 17, 19, 3, 16. And then you got Capricorn. So I have 5 planets in Capricorn. Uranus right here at 6 degrees Capricorn. In the 11th house. This is the 11th house. So I have 4 planets showing in the 11th here. But Saturn and Mercury are so close to the 12th house cusp that I consider them in the 12th house. So yeah, 6 degrees Capricorn Uranus, 12 degrees Neptune in Capricorn, 16 degrees Saturn, right next to my Mercury and really close to my... so I have 3 planets really close to each other, 16, 17, 19 degrees Capricorn. Saturn and Mercury are very strong in my chart. I like control, and I like to communicate, and I like to communicate effectively. Saturn likes to make sure things are concrete. So I hope I'm getting my point across. 3 degrees right there, see that green? Venus, the female symbol, in Aquarius, right? and 16 degrees north node. That black symbol is your soul path. Mine is conjunct my ascendant. See that black line? See how there's like a thicker black line at the very beginning down here? That's 16 degrees Aquarius, right on top of the line. So the north node was actually rising right on the eastern horizon when I was born. What? Eastern? Yeah, eastern. So this is the eastern side over here, even though it's on the left. So you kind of have to look at the heavens as if you're looking down on the earth. All right? As if you're looking at the earth and you were born right here. And that is the rising. That's really important, what was rising. So all this in the 12th house. A lot of these planets are in the public sector, okay? The 10th, 11th, and 12th are very public, okay? That's how you enjoy your public life. These three are very personal. These are your personality. If you have like a planet in here, that's going to show on your face, in your personality, every day, all the time. If you have Mars there, people are going to think you're pissed off all the time. You got Venus there, people are going to really see you as attractive and easy to get along with. You got Mercury there, you're going to be seen as communicative. You're going to want to communicate. It's going to be easy for you. So yeah, down here, your second house is your values. Any planets there is what you value. It also is reflected in your possessions. You got Mars here, you're going to have a lot of possessions that reflect Mars. Third house, right here, that is how you communicate. That's pretty much it. Anything in there is how you speak. I know someone with Saturn retrograde conjunct Mercury in the third. They love communicating, but I told them, I was like, you had problems in school. And they were like, yeah, I have a learning disability. Learning disabilities show up in the third and fourth, or in the 12th and 6th, because they aspect negatively the third house, okay? Fourth, so yeah, you can see I have Jupiter Cancer. That's actually a really good placement. That blue weird symbol there, well, there's the moon in Gemini, and then this symbol here, the 69, is Cancer. And I have Jupiter in Cancer, retrograde. I love cooking. I love cooking for other people. I love eating. I have teeth problems. Well, I wonder why I have teeth problems. Do I have any planets in Capricorn? Is Saturn strong in my birth chart, I wonder? Yes, it is. So you kind of learn these things as you go along, but this is basically the fundamentals of a birth chart. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, well, actually, I would prefer if you do not insult me or criticize me. If you're going to, please start a discussion first. I appreciate it. I understand that you have an opinion, so do I, but you know what? I make my videos on the whim. So tell me, like, you can criticize me all you want. I'm a Capricorn. I probably already understand how I can improve, okay? Yeah, I have Capricorn Sun in the 12th house. There's issues there, I know that. Alright, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope this video was useful. Bye.